It said that you left.
What happened?
It said that you left.
No, I will. It was just connectivity issue. Okay, so you were telling me about the animals, and I was saying that humans are also animals. Okay, the cell, human cell and animal cell, they are the same. Okay, Umayza, are you getting the point?
Man, that's the thing I've ever heard in my life. No.
Okay, I'm saying that you told me some features of animals, like they can move, and what what else you said?
What?
I'm saying that you told me some of the features of animals. The one of the feature was that they can move.
Yeah. And then I stopped talking, and then you were just glitching. It was so funny, and then you just left.
Okay, so just tell me again all the features that you told before.
Animals, it's a living thing that can move, eat, and react to the world through its senses.
Okay, and what about plants?
Um, Plants can do the same, but in a different way.
How?
But they just can't move.
They can't move, yes, and
But they can eat and like react.
how they are going to eat?
They can like eat
What they eat?
sunlight
So that's not eating. You
through
see them,
soil.
how they eat from their mouth or
In
like
YouTube video, yes.
from where they
Miss be
that
so
that is not called
Yes,
eating.
Miss, there's actually this plant. My friend has it. Her plant eats.
No, yes, they are like
Miss, it actually has a mouth.
yeah, those are the exceptions. Okay, so we cannot say that plants can eat, but the plants they are
But
named
it
as the
eats though.
no, plants are autotrophs. Auto means auto, like automatic system on their own. Okay, and trophs like they have the ability to make their own food. Okay, however animals they cannot make their own
Mhm.
food. Okay, so that's why animals they are known as consumers. They are consuming the food that is made by the plants. Okay, plants are autotrophs and animals are consumers, as well as they are also named as heterotrophs.
Yeah,
Okay, now you have
plant is a producer.
yes, they are also named as the producers. They are also the producers, and animals they are the animals are
Animals are the consumers.
yes.
Miss,
So
it
yes,
says over here the scientific name the animal is Animila.
that is actually the class that we call Animalia. The scientific name of every species is different. Maybe you have ever observed the scientific name of humans. Do you know?
No.
The scientific name of humans is Homo sapiens.
That's so weird. Who said that? Miss, wait, was in the olden day, did they call us human sapiens?
No, that is actually the scientific name, which is like uh, in Urdu you say insan, then in English you say humans. So some of the languages are like in Spanish or in African language, maybe humans are named differently.
Scientists have their own scientists have their own language.
Yes, they have their own language, so that name
That's
become
the most
globally
dumbest thing I've
accepted.
ever heard.
Do you know the scientific name of
For
frog?
Frogget.
No,
What the
it's
heck?
Rana tigrina.
What the heck?
Rana tigrina. It is
These plant and human ones were plant and animal is normal. Plant is plant say. Wait, what? Frog? Huh?
yes,
Actually?
it's
What about
Rana.
for cats? There's
Cat has its own. You can Google it. Okay, so these are different scientific names. So here we are discussing about plants are producers and animals are consumers. So within animals there are different categories. Like we have the herbivores, we have the carnivores, and what else? Do you know any other?
omnivore.
Yes, very good. So who are herbivores?
Uh, like meat eaters.
No,
Oh, wait, those
herbs.
count. That's carnivores. The plant eaters, the vegetables,
Yes. S and who are carnivores?
meat eaters,
Yes, and who are omnivores?
plant and meat eaters.
So they are lying in the middle. They can eat both. Have you have any example related to omnivores?
Yes. Like example, the person who eats golden. That's not mine. It's not. It was here before. Anyway, the person who eats like a kit fox, but also eats like example a scorpion.
So I can say Omiza is
Yes.
the example of omnivore.
Bye bye. But I don't eat scorpion, so it's fine.
So you eat chicken or not?
I eat chicken. I
So
love chicken.
so that is also the meat that you eat. And along with that,
Yeah.
you eat fruits and vegetables. So humans are
Yes.
in the category of omnivores.
Oh,
Okay.
and
Any
some are
example?
herbivores.
So any examples of
Like
herbivore?
vegans. Vegans.
Okay, and
People who just eat plants.
yes, any other example of herbivores?
Um, I have a friend. She's vegan. She eats roti like a lot. It
Tell
gets
me,
annoying.
tell me any other example. It should not be related to
Like
humans.
I think herbivores also eat grasshopper, ground squirrels.
No,
Why?
herbivores are related to herbs. They eat plants. So tell me the names of the animals who eat plants.
Oh, what zebra? No,
Yes,
zebra eats insects. Cows.
yes,
Giraffe.
yes.
Horses eat her
Okay, fine. And
um
what about consumers? Give me some examples of consumers as well. Sorry, carnivores.
carnivores that like the consumers are like the predators, right? Like lions, tigers, fox, wolf, eagle, owl.
Yes. So there are
Yeah,
some
like those.
primary consumers as well as there are some sorry, primary carnivores and secondary carnivores. Okay.
Okay.
So it's like we have the ones like the tigers and lions, they are the secondary carnivores, and the primary carnivores are like eagles, like Okay, we will differentiate it later. First of all, the tropical levels. What does this mean? This word, tropical level. Do you have have you ever heard about this tropic levels?
Yeah, in class today actually.
Wow, then you must know it. So what does it?
Today in class we were discussing what we're gonna do tomorrow because tomorrow we have visitors and we all knew that we're not gonna complete one PowerPoint in the entire lesson.
Okay. So in today's class,
So then,
what have you learned about this um, interaction of living organisms? You can recall all the things that you have discussed in the class.
Miss, in this class and at school class, we're learning the same exact thing.
Wow, that's great. However, you haven't shared anything related to the topic for today.
Miss, my answer is literally the answers that were given in class.
Okay, tell me what you studied about tropic level. What does it mean, tropic level?
I'm trying to recall. I don't remember anything. Wait, I remembered like the teacher saying something about tropic level. I think it's a level of I don't know, just like level of tropicalness. Oh, it's a pyramid. It's a pyramid.
Yes.
It's like the triangle pyramid, like food pyramid, but then it's a trophic levels.
So there are different levels, which is uh,
Yeah.
some are the producers, they are producing the food, then that food is
Yes,
consumed
what
by
did you write over here? Rana
Tigrina.
Tigimla.
R. This is
Oh,
a Tigrina. This is the scientific name for frog. I was just giving
oh,
you asked me to tell me the name, and I just
that's frog. Miss, no, you erase picture.
yes, it's back now. Okay. So,
Okay, just let the Raka Tigimla stay.
so it's like there are different levels where different species are present, which is most of the time plants are present at this first level, which is why just because they are producing the food, they are the producers. Okay, so after that,
Okay.
after the producers, we have the consumers. Okay, and it's here you can see we have the plants at first. They have given them number. Like we can show them in this way as well as in the circle way. Okay, so we call this cycle and we call this like tropical levels in which we have um, indicated different things by their different levels. Okay, so here they have just
Okay.
given the number, and in this triangle we can just justify them by pointing out that this portion is for this is for this. So here, like most of the time in triangles, we have plants underneath at first stage, and in here they have just mentioned it by giving the number. So the plants, they are the producers, and these producers, like the plants, they are eaten by the insects. So after that, the next level is for the insect. Okay, and then this insect is eaten by this rat. Okay,
Uh, okay.
so you can say that they are the uh, consumers. Insects are the first consumers, and then they are eaten by these rats, and then rats are eaten by the snakes, and snakes are eaten by the eagles.
Miss, I never got how snakes could eat a rat. Like,
You can see it in the videos of National Geography. Like the snake just opens the whole mouth and eats this whole rat.
uh, and then how does the eagle eat the snake?
This eagle just snatch up, like pick up this snake from the trees or like from
What
the
eats the eagle?
Eagle most of the times is like um when it becomes sick, the insects start eating eagle, which is like they are just degrading it. You can say that
So
it
it's
is
flying
again going
away.
back, like it's going back five to again. Okay, when it becomes sick,
When it becomes sick, the eagle becomes the grass, and
no,
then
no.
the
When it becomes
grasshopper
like
eats the grass, and then
when it becomes sick, like then what happens? It is this eagle is unable to move, and the insects start coming up, and they just like this eagle dies, and the insects start digesting it. Like we are digesting our food in the stomach. The same happens that these insects they start eating this eagle. Okay, and there are the
okay,
fungi and bacteria. They are the what we call them. They are actually the we have another word which we use for these. They are the bi-
bad blood cells.
no, they are the biodegrade. These this type of word was actually used for them for the fungi and the bacteria. Maybe you have ever observed. It's actually they both they have the tendency to take the nutrients. Like in the eagle, there are so many cells, millions and trillions of cells are present. So what happens? These they fungi, it is not observed by the naked eye. Okay, it's very micro living organism. Okay, and we call them microorganisms. Do you know microorganisms? Micro that they cannot be seen with the eye.
Yeah. I remember. My teacher last year was teaching me about the microorganisms you can only see with the microscope.
Yeah, they are very small. Okay, so what happens when the eagle dies?
These all
Uh,
these names, all these names like fungi, bacteria have like a meaning. Microorganism is literally have the microscope in the name.
yes, the same is like herbivore.
Which I
It
mean,
has the name herb in its name, which is related to plants.
my sister name is Omnia. Omnivores was named after her. Yes.
Okay, so we were discussing about microorganisms, Omega. Micro, like
Okay.
they cannot be seen with the eye, and we have to put them under microscope if we want to observe them. So what happens when this eagle dies? The microorganisms they start reacting on it, and they are just taking the nutrients from the eagle back into the environment. Okay, if they are not in the environment, if they are not present, what happens? Everything dies, and it is not degraded. And what happens? The things that were died million years ago, they will be still in the atmosphere, or we say on the earth. So it was unable for us to live on this earth if these microorganisms were not present. Okay, Umayza, are you getting the point?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so they are very important. Like the good bacteria, they are in our body. They are of very important. Like they are very important.
Okay.
The microorganisms that are present in our environment, they are helping to degrade the dead organic matter back into the environment. You getting the
Okay.
point?
Yes.
So what I told you about microorganisms?
You told me that you can only, oh, my star, that you can only see them with a microscope if you want to look at them because they are very, very small. That's what are you doing?
I am not saying that they are very small. This is not the only
Yeah, you
point.
are. You said that.
Uh, I said that, but this is not the only point related to my like I'm
That's
I
what I
told you.
remembered.
Okay, I'm telling you the importance of microorganisms. Like microorganisms are very important in the atmosphere. If they are not present, it is unable for us to live in this environment.
Huh?
Yes, so it
How?
means you are not attentive. Like these microorganisms, the main function of them is to degrade dead organic matter.
Or what?
Degrade dead organic
The
matter.
dead organic matter?
They are degrading it. Degrading
But
means,
it's already dead.
yes, that this eagle, if it dies, what happens? There are trillions of cells present in it. Okay? And you can
I
say,
think when you dig the eagle up, the soil and all the insects will eat the eagle.
they are eating the eagle, but they're not like,
Yes.
they cannot degrade 100%ly this eagle. All the insect, they cannot eat this eagle.
Then you find the bones of it.
But those bones, they have the nutrients in them.
Yes.
So how come they go into the environment again?
Microorganism.
Yes, these microorganisms, they are degrading this eagle. Like for the insects, they can eat this eagle for like a whole year. And
What the
that
hell?
if the only insect
So
has like, oh my god, just
microorganism has only like the insects only have one meal. That's the
no, no,
eagle.
no, 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 no. I'm just saying that if only insects has to eat this eagle, then it will consume a year for insects to eat it. But insects along with microorganisms are going to eat this eagle, and then they will eat only in like a month or 2 to 3 weeks. Are you getting the point?
So the microorganism are stealing the insect's food.
Yes, you can say it. Okay.
That's so wrong.
The things that cannot be eaten by the insects, like there are so many things in the eagle. It has the feathers, it has the bones, it has the stomach, it has the brain, it has the tongue, it has the eyes, it has the wings.
Yeah, where does that go when you just find it's like bones? Where did the eyes and everything else went?
That's the point that I am going to tell you, is that the microorganisms are degrading all that matter. They are just,
How do they just like beep beep beep?
they are like in millions and trillions of numbers, and they just start eating it. And what happens, they are just dividing that particles into more fine particles. Like the stomach is a whole big thing. So what happens, the microorganisms start eating it, and it is they are converting that stomach into fine particles, and those particles then go into the soil. And you can say the soil become more healthier, it has more nutrients in it.
Okay.
Okay, so this is how the nutrients are recycled into the whole environment. Whichever dead body goes into the soil, the microorganisms, they start reacting onto that body, and they start eating that body, and they are just taking the nutrients from that body back into the soil. So this is how the microorganisms are helping to recycle the nutrients.
Wow. Ow. Ow.
Okay, so they are
So they're helping and they're not just stealing their food.
they're not stealing the food, actually they are helping, uh,
They kind of are.
they are helping the nutrients to go back uh, into the soil, so those plants, they can take up those nutrients. Like the plants that are produced in the soil, they're actually taking the nutrients from the soil that were given by the microorganisms. Like whichever dead body, it is actually going back into the soil. It is not remaining on to the plants or into the air. They are actually
But
going
then
back.
the insects could have had a whole meal for one whole year, and then the microorganism degradated it and made it for weeks.
Actually, the the insects have their own good food. It's like when the nutrients are going back into the soil, the insects, they are actually living in the soil, so they are also taking the nutrients from the microorganisms as well.
If are insects born in the soil? Do they spawn there?
Do they?
Like spawn there?
What does it mean?
Like
Okay,
where? Like I don't know how to say.
okay. So these here in this, you can say that this is the plant, and these are the primary producers. Okay. Then we have the grasshoppers and squirrel, like they are directly eating from the plant, so we name them as the primary consumers.
No,
Okay, plants are the primary producers, and the grasshoppers,
are the primary consumers.
yeah. And then we have the scorpios, like scorpios who eat grasshoppers, they are the secondary consumers. Okay, these
Okay.
scorpios, they are the secondary consumers. And then we have the tertiary consumers. These eagles, they are going to eat the grasshopper, or they are going to eat the squirrel, so they are the tertiary consumers.
Okay.
Okay, so this food chain cycle I told you, so the last stage is important, where this eagle is going to die, and the microorganisms are acting on this eagle, and they are just degrading this eagle, and they are just passing the nutrients back from the eagle into the soil. Is this
Okay.
clear? Related to,
Yes.
okay, you can read it here that the nutrients along with sun and water cause the grass to grow. Okay, so how when the hawk dies, fungi breaks the bodies down and turns into nutrients. So this is how the fungi are
Like
acting
you could have
on
just told me that in the beginning.
what you said.
You could have just told me that in the beginning. When the hawks die, or the eagle die, fungi breaks down the body down and turns it to nutrients. The nutrients along the sun with the sun and water, cause the grass to grow. Cause the grass to grow.
So this is how the nutrients are used by the plants. So this is how like here the cycle begins again at this stage, like when the eagle body is broken down into simpler pieces and the nutrients are gone back into the soil, those nutrients are then taken up by the plants, and this cycle again starts beginning. Like, okay,
Okay.
so just tell me the role of microorganisms again, the one that I told you.
So microorganisms are decharging the dead thing. The dead what?
Decharging,
What was the dead? You said
decharging.
decharging. Yes.
I said degrading.
The
Grading means
same
they are
thing.
just decharging.
Degrading, decharge.
No,
All the
decharging
same. All
has
the
some.
same.
No, the charging has some other meaning, and grading means it is just converting into different simpler
Miss, who cares?
pieces. I care.
Okay, whatever. Um. Okay. Anyway, they're degrading the like what was the word after you write degrading?
Uh,
Tell me the first letter. Tell me the
no,
first
you.
letter.
I'll tell you. You can tell me in your own words the effect of
No,
microorganism.
my own words. What I remember of what you wrote.
Okay, so Okay, tell me
Zoom
again
out a bit more.
about what.
Zoom out a bit more.
Okay, I'll tell you again about this my effect of microorganisms.
No, no, no. There's just one word I can't recall.
Degrading.
No, after degrading.
The microorganisms are degrading the nutrients back into the environment.
Ah, yes. They're degrading the nutrients back from the environment.
Not from the
Yes.
environment, into the environment. They are taking it from the
And
eagle, from the died eagle. You just have to
oh,
take the
right.
concept, okay, Umayza? You don't have to go into the words. Just clear it in your mind that actually the eagle has died and it has so many nutrients in its body, like